everyone, it's Natalie here, and today I'm with Tasha. Hi! So many of you guys have told me that you guys want us to do a collab together, and it's gonna be a college-related video. We're just gonna give you advice on basically all things college, like the social scene mostly, and also on her channel, she is doing one of her Tasha talks.
I've done so many college videos, so I feel like I've exhausted many topics, but I've kind of stayed away from like the hookup culture topic because like I didn't know how personal I wanted to get, but I get so many questions about it, so we're gonna talk kind of about that on my channel.
And we both do just like a lot of college videos, so if you guys are coming from Tasha's channel, please comment down below. I would love to like meet you guys. And then also after you watch this video, go to Tasha's channel and watch hers, and be sure to subscribe to both of us. And I'm just gonna get into it because I know these talking videos I just like go on and on and on and on, and I don't want to make this like a 30-minute long video. We're just gonna get started. I asked you guys on Instagram the like ask me questions thing that's going around, and I asked you guys to just like give me topics to talk about for a college video, and a lot of you guys have been asking like very similar questions, so I'm just gonna break this down into like little segments of what we're gonna talk about. So the first thing we're going to talk about is friends in college, and just how to meet people and how to make friends in college, because that is like the #1 thing that you guys were asking me about. How to make friends in college. I feel like it's so obvious. Like people in college are always like, oh, you have so many friends, like you meet so many new people, like that's where you find your best friends. But honestly, I thought it was kind of intimidating and like not as natural, I guess, to make friends. In high school you grow up with them, so you're like that, like you're just like kind of like forced to be friends with those people. But in college, like everyone is new and you're all kind of like don't know each other.
It seems like everyone has friends so quickly because everyone's like thinks they have to have like their group immediately, so then it's like if you don't have a group immediately, it feels so weird. But I feel like everyone's just like making like little fake friendships at first.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Just to kind of make it seem like they have friends, but like people don't meet their real friends like, I mean, usually like immediately. It kind of like takes time.
I remember in the dining hall freshman year, it was like the second day of classes, and people were all like sitting in like big tables together, like laughing, and I was like, how do you guys know each other already? Yeah. It's literally like the second day of classes, like I didn't know anyone yet, and I felt so isolated. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have like my big group of friends. And in high school I had like a giant group of friends that we would always hang out and stuff, so it was just hard for me kind of being like thrown into college not knowing anyone. And Tasha came from all the way across the country, so yeah, like
I didn't know anyone.
You really did not know anyone. Like I knew some people. One way to like actually meet friends though, I think, is rushing. I think that's a good way to meet people, and if you have any desire to be in a sorority, I really do think that it's like a good thing to go through recruitment. I joined a sorority but dropped 2 years later, so I was only in it for half of college, but I really did meet a lot. I really did meet a lot of people in it, which I think like that's a like, I don't know, if I didn't do recruitment and like go through rush, I don't know how I would have met all those people. So I definitely think that it is like a good thing if you're curious, but you don't have to join a sorority
either. Yeah, I feel like you can even just like go through the recruitment process and meet people that are also going through it, and like if you don't feel like it's right for you, you don't have to actually join, but you even meet people and just like talk to people that way. So I feel like even if it's not like totally your thing, it's worth like going through the process.
And also in your classes, like I formed a lot of study groups and stuff like that, like just with my people in my major or like people in my classes, and honestly a lot of my best friends from college came from my classes.
Me too.
Yeah,
I feel like people are like, oh, you never meet people in class.
Yeah, I did. I met a lot of people, especially once you get into your major. You see the same people in every single class, so like you better become friends with them because they're literally in all your classes. Don't be afraid to talk to people is like the #1 thing. Like one of my really good friends, I met her on the bus, and I literally just like sat next to her and I was like, hey, I've seen you, like you're in some of my classes, like whatever, did you? And I just like started talking to her, and we ended up being from the same city, and we're just like really close friends now. So it's just crazy. Like if I never talked to her on that bus, we would have never met and never been friends. So just don't be afraid to like go up and meet people.
I feel like especially in the beginning of college, everyone's doing that, so it's not weird.
Exactly. Everyone is looking for more people to hang out with, or you can meet people through like friends of friends, like if you guys are all like going out together and then you like meet people that way. So I feel like it's intimidating because it is something so crucial. Like you're always like, oh my gosh, am I gonna find my place in college and stuff like that, but seriously, if you just put yourself out there, talk to people.
Also, I never know where to look when I'm filming with someone else. I never know to look at you or the camera. And also, I feel like I can't move my face right now. I always have like RBF.
Oh my
RBF.
god.
So
No,
I have
mine
RBF,
is
and I don't want to be like
worst.
staring at you with RBF, and everyone's gonna be like, Tasha hates Natalie.
If you look at my old collabs, I think I'm smiling. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then I'm like editing the video and I'm like, oh, I literally look like I hate the person. And the next topic I'm going to talk about is how to balance a social life and also your classes. Because I feel like college, for the most part, for me, why it's memorable is not because of the classes. Because I don't remember even like any of my professors' names, honestly.
Oh no, neither do I.
I literally don't know their
my
names.
professors' names like through the whole semester.
No, yeah, same.
Like I have to put their name on top of the exam at the end. I'm like, ugh.
So for me, having a balance was like super important because I was an engineering major and that requires a lot of studying and is more difficult, but I also spent a lot of time with my friends and I didn't want to lose that either. I am a big believer in like writing everything down and planning everything. I literally plan like everything of my life when I was in school.
That's like a good habit.
Yeah, no, I seriously, like, I would have an agenda and I would spend money on an agenda because then I was like, I have to use it. If I spent like $60 on one of those like Erin Condren agendas, I had to use it. Like,
no, I never buy them because I always never end up using them.
No, but
I'll use them for like a week and then I stop. But that's a good idea.
You should, and they're really cute.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, just have an agenda to like actually write stuff down. If you get your stuff done during the week, then you'll have free time over the weekend, or just wake up an hour earlier even and get an assignment out of the way, or get something that you have to do out of the way, because then you'll have like an earlier night. Studying with friends for me was a way to like socialize with them because we were still like talking and hanging out in the middle of it, you know? So it really was about planning and like making a priority to socialize. So by doing that, I made a priority to like get all my other stuff out of the way.
I always like think in my head like when I need to have things done by, and then like when I should have them done by to actually have like free time to do it.
Yeah, I would know that I had to have like this assignment done by Sunday night, but I wanted to hang out with my friends on Saturday or like do brunch on Saturday or something. So I would make sure that I had it done by then by like planning it out during
Friday.
my week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, for me, I've always done this, and I know this is not possible with everyone's schedules and majors and everything, but I've always only had classes Monday through Thursday. I've never had Friday classes.
Oh, same. No, I never had Friday classes.
So honestly, like if you can do that, you can take your Fridays. I know this might be hard if you like once you like consider it as a weekend, but if you take your Fridays and dedicate that to a work day as well, where you're not actually going to class, that can help you get a lot done and then have like the whole weekend free. Blocking your classes into like days, even though they might be really long days, when you have other days completely open, when your friends might have class, that gives you a lot of time to like do your work.
I would also have, because Friday for me, I always considered a weekend. I was like, I'm not doing anything on Fridays. There was one semester where I just had like Monday, Wednesday classes, and so Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. It was amazing. I know most people cannot do this, but seriously, so like Tuesday, Thursdays, I literally spent all day studying because like all your friends are in class anyway, so what are you gonna do? You know, Mondays and Wednesdays were so long. I was in class until like 5 p.m., but I didn't do anything those days. I literally just like did all my work on Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah. Once you get to college, I do feel like people are like, oh my gosh, like you spend so much time doing work and doing blah, blah, blah. Seriously, you have so much more free time than high school. Like in high school, you were in school 8 hours a day.
Long. And then you get home or you have sports or like your after school thing, and then you eat dinner, and then you're so tired from waking up so early that you just like go to bed.
Yeah, so honestly, like if you're in high school and you're watching this and you're worrying about it, don't worry. And if you're in college, just make sure that you prioritize and like really just take a week, take an experiment week, and like write everything out, and I promise you your weekends will be so much better. And the next topic is gonna be about partying, because that is literally the #1 thing people want to talk about when it comes to college, I feel like.
At USC, it is like known as a party school, and I definitely say it would live up to that expectation. But at the same time, there are like, you know, like the frat parties, and I feel like as a senior, I'm kind of like over that scene now.
Oh my god, I was over frat parties like first week of freshman year.
There are definitely like, we do have a bar kind of scene as well, but there's like one main USC bar. So I do think like my school is more focused on like college frat parties rather than like bar scene.
I feel like it is too. Like, you don't have to go out as often as you might feel pressured to. I'm a grandma, you guys. I would go to bed. Yeah, we both are. I'll go out every now and then, but like it is not a once a week thing for me. I like being in bed early. I like waking up like at a reasonable time. For me, I never felt like I had so much pressure to go out with people because they understood that like I didn't want to. You don't really feel pressured to, and you shouldn't. If you do not drink, I got a lot of questions on my like Instagram thing saying that like I don't drink. How do I still like socialize with people? How do I still meet people if I don't drink? You don't have to drink if you're at a bar or at a frat party. There are so many times where I've just gone just because of the company I was with, but I like didn't want to drink that night, you know, and I am not a heavy drinker at all. I will have drinks while I'm out, but I'm not someone that drinks
Pounding
a lot.
shots.
Yeah, like that is not me. You don't have to even drink if you don't want to or if you're not comfortable with it. I mean, whenever I'm at a bar, honestly, half the time, like if I don't want to drink, I'll just ask for water and they'll give it to you in a cup that looks like it's a clear with like the thin straw. You know, it looks like you're drinking like a vodka soda or something.
I've ordered a Coke before, just like a straight up Coke because I like wasn't in the mood to drink, but like I didn't want people being like, oh, like why aren't you drinking? Like, do you want me to buy you a drink? It's like, no, I don't want to drink. So yeah, exactly.
So do not feel pressured to drink. There's nothing wrong with not drinking either. And also, if you don't want to go to those things, like I like never went to frat parties or anything like that, and I was in a sorority and I didn't really go to any of the mixers, so you don't have to do that. So don't ever feel like pressured or you're missing out on the college experience. If that's just not you, then that's not you. You don't have to feel pressured to I love when I can't talk. Do other things, like I would always go out to dinner with my friends or
me too.
Movie night,
see
you know.
Movies, just like hang inside, like make some snacks, make some dinner.
And normally you attract people like you. None of my friends were crazy partiers, you know. If you guys have any other questions about that or about any other topics, be sure to leave a comment and follow me on Instagram because I do a lot of these types of videos a lot, and I hope that you guys liked this and just like hearing what we have to say because she's going to be a senior at USC and I just graduated college. I know it like doesn't feel like I did, but yeah, be sure to follow both of us on Instagram. Also watch her channel to talk specifically about hookup culture and like all of your thoughts too. It's like really cool series, so watch that and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.